everything is... it's a mess. Guess you had to fix a little problem with last stream. Let's make sure this stream's running first. Got a little check mark. Okay, we're gone. So, let me just sum up the problem that happened at the end of last stream. Nothing major. The stream still seems to have... Wake up switch. The stream still seems to have actually gone through fine. But... you may remember an incident back... probably at this point over a year ago. I don't remember which exact stream it was, but there was a time where the thumbnail did not properly save. And I thought that was all fixed and we hadn't seen that problem in over a year. It happened yesterday. It was perfectly fine. I know I changed the thumbnail. The thumbnail was updated when I shared the link on Tawanye. It was updated when they checked to see if the stream was going. But for some reason, when I was setting up this stream today, it was like, oh, we're using the Stream 2's thumbnail for Stream 3. And I'm like, what? That's not what you did before. So, literally about 20 minutes ago, I fixed the thumbnail of the last stream, and hopefully we don't have that happen again. The pack is back, hey Wanye. So yeah, hopefully the thumbnail actually sticks this time. But that should give a little omen to how bad things are probably gonna go, because I've had some moments with this game, because it can be a bit scuffed sometimes. Mostly camera issues, a little bit of physics nonsense. Again, I still think it's mostly fine. But again, it has its moments. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get our costume change of the stream. Here we go. Nope. You use L and R to change color, and you use the stick to move around. And I keep getting them flipped for some reason. I don't know what's up with me. This gas, though. I change it every stream because each world has its own sort of outfit you unlock. So, like, you start, I want to say, with the street ones. You unlock the hunter ones in the forest level. You unlock cowboy and... I guess the actual proper forest. There's the grassland valley, and there's the actual forest, and then there's the ice one. I don't know what we're gonna unlock in the in the volcano level. Dude, green fedora, holy. You mean this? Is very clean UI. I do like a lot of the style, especially with the ghosts in the HUD and everything. It's very clean looking. You know what? We're gonna go with this. We're gonna dress for the mountains when we go in the volcano. Pac-Man is gonna freaking... he's gonna suffer from heat stroke. That's just how it's gonna go. But yeah, this game is overall pretty alright. But there is some noticeable jank with it. You can tell it's a lower budget. And apparently that's spreading to YouTube streaming, apparently. Just based off of how the thumbnail for some reason didn't stick after last stream ended, but hopefully it's fine now. Pac-Man will turn into a diamond. You know what? Sure. Hang on a second here. This is just called Volcano. Snowy Mountain. Treetops. Paradise Mist. They kind of gave up with naming the worlds, because, like, okay, here's an actual, like, fairly decent name. Then you have Treetops, just basic, but okay. Snowy Mountain, as you'd kind of expect. Over there. Then just Volcano. They couldn't even think of an adjective to put over it. I'm being overly harsh for the sake of a joke. Let's be honest here. Let's give us a little budge. They did a crazy good job. Honestly, yes. And some of my gripes with it do just come from the fact that it's trying to be fairly faithful to the original game. It's just the original game with more, basically. But it has its moments where it's just like, what happened here? How is this not addressed in the remake? Again, I've had weird camera issues the whole time. Like, I'm trying to force it here. I've had the camera get stuck before. Like, you know how you had the whole thing, literally last stream, I guess, right at the end of tonight's Sly stream, the camera got kind of stuck. Whoa! The camera got kind of stuck, and you were just kind of going. I've had the camera mess up like that on me a few times, where it's just been kind of disorienting. So, well, okay. I gotta just get my bearings again. I'm also partly still in the mindset of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, so my muscle memory already just started eroding away. So, yeah. Oh, hang on. Oh dear. Oh no. It appears that I have made a fatal error. I don't... Oh, hang on. Just trying to go back. Hang on. There we go. Get it! Get it! I've had a weird issue with the crates in the air specifically causing me problems, where it's very clear that I am making contact with it, with my kick aura, I guess. But it doesn't break the crate itself, and it's messed me up a few times. I don't think you were here for the last stream. I'm gonna go ahead and show this clip real quick. Where this happened last stream. Where is the clip? I misplaced it with my Sonic Race. There we go. Right here. So here I am trying to get this crate. This took like 5 minutes to actually finally get. You have to kind of build up speed to reach it, and the momentum is just kind of weird with the ice skates on. You know, typical ice stuff, but it's even worse here. I even tried going straight under it, and I just couldn't hit it, even though I was very clearly touching it. And then that happens! For some reason, like, I'm upside down now with my kick, and because of the sloped ground, I think, I instant transmission into the ice water and died. So, this is the kind of thing I've had to deal with a little bit. And even with this being the case, I still think World 3 is better than World 2. Even with that being the case. So, hopefully we don't have any major issues like that again, but, you know, whoa! Careful now. Okay. Over here where it's safe. Look at chat again. Get in the camera stuck. Haha, couldn't be me. I'm going. Oh! I wasn't even looking at chat on that one. I just underestimated. Oh my gosh. I thought that gap was gonna be a lot smaller than it actually was. That was a skill issue. That one's on me. Okay. Alright. Did I miss anything? Hang on, let me check the missions here. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Well, I've already messed this one up. We'll just go back for it. We'll just go back for it. Because I feel like I'm gonna need to be able to hang off ledges in order to get everything safely. So, you know, we just do a retry on that. Well, you know what? We'll pick up that mission during the time trial. That should work, right? You should be able to get those missions done during the time trial, right? Because it's slower to grab on the ledges. So if I can avoid grabbing on the ledges, I'll be faster. And we're good. We'll just do it later. Like all the gold stuff. I've largely avoided doing that. I'm like, I'll just come back for it. I don't need to get all of the tokens here. This ain't the original game. Now, if that was a fruit, then... Whoa. Right. Also, this is supposed to be a volcano world. We're just in a cave. We're not in the volcano yet, I guess, but like it's part of the volcano world. Oh god. Never hang off a ledge and then this. Okay, maybe we do a full run through again for that mission. Because I don't like the idea of going fast and somehow not grabbing a ledge during this. Zooming into the camera is such a good bit. Simple does all the time too. I mainly do it for visual aid purposes. Like, it also does kind of just become a bit after a while too. Oh my god. Come on. There we go. That was incredibly risky. I did not like that. I've had a bit of a problem trying to get the super butt bounce to be consistent. I think it's mainly just a timing issue, but I don't feel like I can line up the visual quite right with it, and it causes me issues. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Oh boy. You see, going fast. Oh crap! This is what happens when I try to go fast. Yeah, I was trying to illustrate the fact that I had to do it again, and just be like, guys, look here. You see, now you know I'm gonna have to deal with this. Oh god. There is some hilarity from that, I suppose. So, hanging off the ledge is gonna be... hang off the ledge is gonna be a whole separate run through. I am not trying to do that during the speed run. One little slip, and then... whoop, do the level again. Oh my god. Not to mention, these guys keep landing on the thin strip of platform. Oh my god. Leave me alone! I also hope I don't miss any fruits. Like, if I miss a side path for like the 5th time in this game, and I miss a fruit, that means I'll have done this level for basically nothing. And that's gonna feel so bad. Also, that. To do this without grabbing onto a ledge. That's a fail. Oh my god. Alright, so... okay. I had to let it move! Oh. Well. Well, I forgot you can still move when going down. I thought I could save myself there, and I could not. Whoops. Okay. I think I... oh, I can move both directions. Oh boy. Don't like it! I do not like it. I'm gonna practice this to get the non-ledge grab! Oh crap, not again! Not again! Oh dear. What a predicament. Yeah, this game got hard all of a sudden. to quote Danny from Game Grumps, "It's difficile!" The way he freaking shouts it. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Well, it's a good thing this game's like Crash Bandicoot and just kind of hands out lives. It still supplies an easy mode. I'm not sure how I'm meant to actually properly do this without grabbing a ledge. It seems a bit much.
Tasty.
I guess the level's gonna become more of a puzzle after that point. I'm trying to figure out how to do it without. I keep underestimating the size of gaps. Depth perception is not kind. Maybe I should try turning the camera. So how am I supposed to do this without grabbing onto a ledge? Because the gaps are just so wide.
Tasty.
Got that one. That one was fine.
Yummy.
This is probably gonna be the death of me just trying to get the don't grab the ledge challenge. Because holy shit, that's a bit nuts.
Here we go.
The game clearly expects a lot from their players. Game designers are nuts. I think you're nuts. Here's a volcano. We have arrived. Okay.
Tasty.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh no. I cannot.
Yummy.
I need to find a metal dot. Where's the metal dot? It's probably that over there. Just gonna ignore you for a second. I know you're on a button.
Yummy.
There's the dot. Can't bounce up there. How the heck? Get over here. Go away. Well, I just gonna have to. Little problem with this jump, though. I get the metal dot. My jump height's reduced. I don't think I can make that. Nope. Everyone doesn't work. Another platform. No. Maybe I shouldn't have broken the crate with a dot in it. Let's wait for it to wear off and see if I can maybe make the jump. Yummers. Too early! Too early! Okay. Let's not break the crate. Oh, that crate's still going. I don't think I can make that. I'm gonna try. Water! Gonna receive your moment? Yeah! Okay. Now I have to get back. I didn't think that would work. Okay. I thought the flutter wouldn't be too useful because it just kind of stops your forward momentum, but it also resets your vertical momentum. It's actually surprisingly helpful. That might be the actual key to getting through this without grabbing a ledge. Dang it. I couldn't get the perfect bonus. Oranges. I don't think there's anything else in here. We're still missing a lot, though. Oh, boy. Oh, God! I didn't realize that one was gonna fall. Well, the comparison to Crash Bandicoot definitely feels very apt now. Alright, so... Oh, God! I thought I was gonna adjust back into place, and it didn't. I overjumped. I had the little guide circle, and I just didn't go far enough back. Oh my gosh. The rust is real, and I literally played this yesterday. So what the heck? Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Trust nothing. Do not touch that plank. Okay. Okay. I'm not seeing any other side paths. Evil bridge. Yep. I'm not seeing anything else. Because they could just hide stuff for all I know. Thing over there. Whoa! I didn't... Okay. Oh, this is the problem. Oh, dear. Oh, the Galaxian's over there. Okay. So I gotta get the metal dot and get over there. Where is the metal dot?
Tasty.
Oh, God. Nope, I'm staying over here. You can't hit me over here. Maybe the metal dot spawns when I hit the last switch. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Whoopsie doodle. I think I've lost like 10 lives here already. Not a good sign. Okay, metal dot. Let's get over here and get the maze. And there's our way out.
Here we go.
Really take it. Of course, I think you might have something for me. Okay. Aha! There's the way forward. Right. Uh-oh. I missed a strawberry somewhere. And something tells me it's not gonna want me to backtrack. Because the level design in this game does not really do that, because this isn't the first one. The first one did that a little bit. Oh, come on! Game! I was on the platform. I totally would have saved myself. I totally should. Okay, that was on me. I was doing. Maybe I'll grab it before it actually hits me now. Well, fine. I'll just do this then. I am noticing a lack of strawberries. I believe I missed it. That's not good. You know what? Since I've clearly messed up the fruit mission, and I've messed up the hang off the edge mission, I'm just gonna restart from the beginning. We're gonna do the whole thing over again. Get my lives back. I missed these cherries anyway. What the heck is wrong with me?
Tasty.
Okay. I thought there wasn't stuff back here.
Tasty.
There's the strawberry. I went back here, saw nothing. Camera! The camera tricked me! How dare it! Evil camera. Wait a fucking minute. Never hang off an edge. And I have to do this? What? What? Is there anything I'm missing in here? No. Doesn't seem that way. What the heck? Can I just make this? No, I cannot just make that. What? What do you mean? What do you mean never hang off an edge? Huh? Nope, I've already killed it. Huh? What?
Yummy.
I don't understand. What do I do?
Yummy.
If there's a challenge for never hanging off the edge, the game expects me to beat the stage without hanging off the edge. But that is definitely hanging off an edge over there. I can't make that. No secret platforms? What? I have no other real ways of gaining height. The super butt bounce is the highest I can go. And I can kind of stall in the air. Huh? I'm so confused. What? You know what? Screw the, oh dear. Screw the, oh. You know what? We're gonna just say, screw the hanging off the edge challenge. We'll figure that out later. I don't want to be sitting here for a full hour trying to figure out what they're supposed to... What do you expect from me? It is... We're right at the beginning of the stage and I'm like, what are you on about? Okay. I could probably figure out the rest of it. Just give it that one jump. I missed a thing up there too! Okay, even if I was trying to go for the challenge, I don't think you can get both at the same time. Because this is probably a melon.
Yummy.
God damn it. So I couldn't have done both missions at the same time anyway. Okay. Well, that's good.
Yummy.
This game, man. This game. Did I miss anything in here? You never know. I could've. I could've, for all I know. Crap! It's been half an hour and I haven't even cleared a stage yet. This is a struggle.
Yummy.
Well. Oh dear.
Yummy.
This strawberry. Is there anything behind this waterfall? It's messed me up before. No. Okay. Did I miss anything in here? I don't think that's meant to be a platform down there. I think that's just way too far out. Okay. I'll keep going then. That's just dead. Okay. I'll check this waterfall in a second. I've got ghosts to eat. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Cherries. Oh, you guys. Get out of here. And then... Whoop.
Yummy.
Yummers. I don't think there's anything in this little bit. And then there's this nightmare. I gotta learn how to do it fast if I'm gonna do the time trials. So.
Tasty.
I think I'm doing kind of alright with that. Okay.
Tasty.
It's a bit more lenient than I thought it would be. Just a bit. I'm gonna pick right behind you. Oh dear.
Tasty.
Okay. I'm just going ahead. Orange.
Tasty.
Extra life. Don't think I missed anything back there. Alright. I think I solved what it wants me to do for the don't grab the ledge thing here. Mostly. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, ledge grab. Now that I actually want you to work, you don't. Okay. Should not worry about it for now. There is something I'm wondering, though. Can I just restart the last checkpoint if I miss the challenge? Or do I actually replay the whole stage? Because if I just have to restart from the last checkpoint, then this shouldn't be that bad. Theoretically. It's like once I solve something, it's just solved, and we're good. But that's not the point right now. The point right now is we're getting all the fruit. Because it's actually manageable. Alright. Whee! All the apples. Extra life, which we honestly probably should keep a good stock of. And the actual volcano part. Let's not break the crate up here with the dot right away. It was easier when I was trying to find a way to avoid the friggin' dot. Huh. Oh, I need a butt bounce. Okay, you know what? Let's get rid of the big guy first so I can just, you know, focus on actually making the jump later. So, metal. Get out of here. Okay. So a quick look around here. Not seeing anything in the lava. But again, you can never quite trust this game. It can be sneaky. Okay. I was pressing the Y button to kick, and it grabbed the ledge, and pressing Y makes you drop down from the ledge, and to my demise. Fantastic. Hey Vix, I haven't beaten a level yet this stream. It is not going well. I restarted because I missed some fruit, and I wanted to actually get at least one of the missions done, so it wasn't a complete waste. And, yeah, the level is kind of a doozy. The game's difficulty has definitely gone up. And I don't think I was really prepared. Perfect here, though. Good extra life. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking I might actually need. Okay. Just health. Did I miss anything back here? Doesn't seem like it. That plank because it falls out when I try to butt bounce it, and then it definitely can't do it. Oof. Okay. I didn't see anything in here when I was checking around before, so I think this area is clear. Finally back here again. Alright, I need to get... Uh-oh. You're gonna sleep good night, y'all. Have a good night, Wanye. Thanks for stopping by. I also have to find a way to beat this level without grabbing onto an edge. And... that's not gonna be fun. Alright. Let's get rid of you. Get out of here. Open the door. So now we're back where we were before I restarted. I do have all of the apples and strawberries and all that, so... we should... Crap! I forgot you have a lower jump height! I would have been fine if I just waited a few seconds longer. I am good at video games. Okay. Give me the Gashapon capsule, please. Thank you. Three melons? Oh boy. Usually they spread them out a bit more evenly. Camera's not great here. This is about where I was when I restarted. I did this, and then I had to go back. And I said we're just gonna do the whole thing again. Maybe we won't miss it this time. Found that I missed it at the start because the camera was obscuring it. That's fine. Me and the camera are not on good terms. Very clearly so. Okay. Ah! Get away from me! Oh god, the guy's throwing the freaking pukas at me. I don't know. Ah! It moved out from under me and I panicked. I panicked. Freaking pack panic over here. Boy. A little bit of aimbotting with it too, it seems. It knows exactly where I'm gonna be, and it actually throws it. It is very cruel. Very cruel of you, game. Okay. I thought he was gonna walk over the gap on his own. I didn't think I needed to actually jump there.
Yummy.
Okay, last cherry. Missing one melon, and I see it right there. So we're good. Throwing me again. Okay, okay! Go back up. Back up. Thank you. Oh, oh, I can slam it down. That's why I just went back down when I butt bounce. Oh dear. Okay. Okay, what? The game wants me to beat the level without grabbing onto a ledge. And yet that's a thing? This whole level here is entirely built around that. What are you talking about, game? Cause look at this. Never hang off an edge. That's an edge! These jumps are too wide! What do you want? I don't understand, dude. Doesn't make any sense. Get away from me. Got everything? Got everything. Let's get out of here. That's a start. Took 40 minutes to get through that level. My god. Games like these only realize the benefits of occasionally stealing the camera from the player. Actually, hang on a minute. I might have been an incredible idiot this whole time. Dot chain, Texas. Hang on a second. I noticed an option in the options menu while scrolling through a couple times. Does like camera help or something? I don't think it was enabled by default. Camera assist. What if I turn that on?
Let's go.
Because I think that may have been off by default. Would that actually solve the problem? And again, these bits are pretty claustrophobic too.
Tasty.
There's that, there's that.
Tasty.
It doesn't feel that different.
Yummy.
The camera doesn't seem to turn with me now, which I suppose helps. Maybe I'll keep it on for now. The camera turns somewhat with me. Yeah, it makes sense. So never hang off an edge, and that exists. And
Yep.
yeah, I can't make that without grabbing onto an edge. Also, Vix, could you do me a little favor and check? For missions like this that go across the entire level, am I allowed to restart from specific checkpoints, or do I have to actively restart the whole thing? Because if I can restart from a checkpoint, and that means if I solve one bit, it's just done. And never think about it again.
Yep. Tasty.
Oh my god, I made it! Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Shit. Well, now I want my answer. I had the hope I'd on the reason from the beginning. At least I know I can actually make that now. Which makes me wonder about the end of the level, because I think the pistons or whatever are way further out. So, like, how the hell am I supposed to do that? I'm gonna restart from the beginning just to be safe. We're right at the start anyway. too short. The restart option is also incredibly lenient too, because it gives you back any lives you lost, which is like cool.
Yep. Yummy.
Okay. Checkpoint. Okay. Now we're safe. The Pukas aren't gonna reach me. I want to get this crate out of the way. There. So... and that way. Okay. So this part's manageable. This part's fine.
Tasty. Yep.
Okay. Pukas. Checkpoint. And there's the plant that throws them at me. I didn't realize what it did until fairly recently. I messed up. I'm gonna test it. We're gonna restart from last checkpoint. Results inconclusive. Oh boy. Well, guess we're testing. We restart from each checkpoint until we reach the end, and then we'll find out for sure. Restarting from checkpoint did save that I killed the enemies, though. So it might still remember that I grabbed the edge. I might actually have to restart the whole freaking thing. That's fine, I guess, if I can just route out everything. We'll see. Instead of dying and going back to a checkpoint, it remembers what you've done. How just the normal restart option does too. Which means that lives are even more pointless. I'm being ultra risky and it's paying off. What the hell? That shouldn't have worked out as well as it did. This part. This part I wasn't sure about. I just want to make... I can go right here. Okay, let's start. Too low. Oh, here. Oh, restart. We'll find out for sure. Okay. Oh, this is actually. Oh dear. I feel like the player doesn't quite have the control that they really expect from you in order to do this. Really, it's like it really wants to do this, I guess. Don't go back! No! Back up. Aw, crap! Okay. Relax. We can recover from this. I still don't quite understand the super bounce timing. Oh, this is a risk. Paid off. Let's go. Okay. It's fine. Alright. When you're not going for everything, maybe it won't be as bad to think about. Doing stuff like this. You're gone. I'm gonna wait for the metal to wear off because I want my jump height back. I hope it allows for restarting from checkpoint, because otherwise this level is quite hefty, it's quite long, it's quite big. Question. Ow! Question whether or not. Whoa! Whoa, dear. Right. We're gonna grab everything. We can just go. Okay. Oh. Does he just stop on his own, or is it just distance thing? I think it's just a distance thing. Okay. Well. Okay. One. No! The second switch is over there! No! Oh, I'm totally gonna get hit. Uh-oh. Well, you know what? This is a grab the ledge and fail the challenge, or take the life. You just take the L, restart from there, and be okay. Nope! Oh boy. Okay. Bonk. Bonk. Push the button. And we wait for the dot to wear off. If restarting from the checkpoint works, it's gonna make us so much easier. That was actually a bit risky. It wasn't quite worn off yet, but I'm like, eh. Okay. Okay. Cross. Rev roll. Good. Whoa! Watch out. So we're pretty close to the end. This stage is long. If they expect you to do it all in one go, then I don't know what the fuck they want. That's a bit much, don't you think? Now I got the plant throwing pukas at me again. Get out of here. Shoot. Jump down. Alright. This is the part I'm worried about. All of this. I think I kind of should ignore that guy. So... Now what? It's way too far to go. I have to grab the freaking edge in order to actually get through here, right? Or does that not count? It definitely should count because the first one you could skip, but these are further out, so you definitely can't skip it the same way. Yeah, what? What? It's like right at the very end of the stage too, so if I do the whole thing, the entire freaking thing, every time, I'm just gonna get back here every single time, the entire stage. That's just unreasonable.
Yep.
It's super unreasonable. It tilts left to right, not up and down. So I can't shorten this gap.
Yep.
Failed. So... I don't know. I don't exactly know what it wants here, because that's way too far. It definitely shouldn't expect me to turn on the fairy mode, the freaking baby easy journalist mode. Like, no. That's not what they expect, there's no way. Like, these gaps are too large. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of insane. What? Why? At this rate, all of this stream's gonna be this friggin' level. Which is a little concerning. Because I was hoping to make some actual decent progress. We've been going one world per stream, basically. Is this just the point where that changes? I suppose so, at this rate. So make it to here. The only way to gain height is the super butt bounce. Unless I'm missing something? Jump, dot attack, rev roll, flip kick, go to cliffs, float. This is for water. That's a flutter kick, reset camera, change maze zoom. Yeah, that's my whole moveset. So I have to be able to cross this gap. Somehow. Is kind of crazy. Dang it. What do I do? How do I cross that? That seems way too damn far. That is absolutely insane, right? There's no way.
Yummy.
And the pistons here, they go sideways. They don't go forward and back. The last one does, but that's the very end. Little platforms that kind of tilt. They kind of look like pistons, even though they're definitely not. I didn't realize they had faces until now. It's kind of funny. Like, how the hell am I supposed to realistically cross this? Do I go from these moving platforms like this? Like, not really any... The height's not the problem. They seem about the same distance from each other. Yeah, that is... Rev rolling's not gonna work because I can't keep my momentum from a rev roll if I jump. And if I just rev roll off, I'm gonna be too low and just fall. I wish this was like Sonic Adventure with the spin dash jump. Or maybe like Crash 3 where you have the Death Tornado spin. Like, that would make this really fun, actually. And somewhat manageable. Pac-Man doesn't really have that kind of stuff in his moveset. So, what does it want? What do you want from me? Because honestly, I'm not sure. Because this platform and the tilting platform are about the same height. Be able to use the rev roll to kind of launch off of. I mean, theoretically, yes, but these tilting platforms tilt horizontally. So, I'd be doing a weird, awkward angle, and then I'd have no idea if I could properly land. Like, I could try. I can try and just show it off. Nope, I do not even keep the height. Maybe with a better angle, maybe I'll keep some height, but... for demonstration... no, not really. The height's just not there. Nice idea, though, but even then, even if that didn't work, the problem would be sticking the landing. And then, you know, going from there. But there's very little ground, and I haven't really found a good way of actually stopping. So, I don't know. I assume it wants me to do what I did at the beginning, where I use a super butt bounce to gain the height and then make the gap. Flutter to reset my vertical momentum as I go along. But I think the gap here is farther. Which makes no sense. What the heck? This is the kind of thing where I think these missions are a bit unreasonable. Like, this is not... the level design and Pac-Man's moveset do not mesh in a way for this to work. It really doesn't. I wish I could zoom out. So to be like right on the edge. That's not quite it. I feel like that's the right idea, but I'm just not getting far enough. And again, even then, that seems way too precise. That's incredibly crazy. That's insane. Like, what? Is it like an alternate path I'm missing? Because, like, I got all the fruit, so I definitely got all the secret pathways. Right? Huh? Like, you can't go above. There's no platforms below. Nothing to the sides. So you're kind of just forced to go this way. But that's just not reasonable. Huh? Like, if these tilted, like, towards the goal, like, that would make sense. As, like, a challenge for that. But, like, then you're also dealing with your little climbing section here being ignored just casually. It's the whole problem with Treetops level 3, where there's the metal dot that would you skip all the fires, so the fire's not even a threat. It's kind of that sort. It'd be that sort of scenario again. But it's clearly meant to be possible to get across without grabbing on the edge. But the platform's just too far apart because they don't want you to do that. They just want you to go. They want you to go along and kind of go along that edge there. But I can't do that because the mission says no.
Yep.
I don't know what it wants. I'm on the very edge of this platform, to the point where Pac-Man is kind of like teetering on the edge. I am as far as I can possibly go without potentially ledge grabbing.
Yep.
And I can't reach! Huh? I don't get it. This has to be possible. Is there some mechanic I'm missing with this? Because the Revel can get the distance, but it doesn't have the height, nor would I be able to really stop. The super butt bounce gives me the height, but I don't keep my distance when doing it. And I can reset my falling momentum with the flutter, but doing that also kills my forward momentum in the process. And I don't think I can make it across without it. I have to be missing something. And even then, once I get past this one, there's still another platform past it. And then we're just back in the same scenario again. I have to get across here twice. I don't think so. I think when you just go over here, you grab on. See? You just grab onto it. There's not enough space for Pac-Man to stand. So that's not it. And surely it counts that edge as an edge you grab onto, because the first jump exists at the very beginning, because you're meant to grab the ledge there and go around. But I could clear that jump. A little trial and error, of course, but I was able to clear it.
Yep.
There's one other thing I can think of. When I tilt this, I think one of the edges technically goes up a little bit, which might give me the height I need. So I need to quickly tilt the platform, butt bounce off the raised corner, which is not by much, mind you, and then hope I did it good on my first go, and then cross from there. And that might still not be enough. It's like if I do this, it does kind of look like the edge on the right is raised up a bit, right? But it does not stay for long. And now I'm lower than I would be if I would have just done it. And this definitely cannot be what they expect. I could rev roll off this, I think, right? But how would I land? Yeah. That does not make sense either. That almost got me the right height, I think, but then I'm facing the wrong direction. And again, how do I stop? And there's the chance that even then I might still grab onto the ledge anyway. And then I have to do it again for the second platform. This can't be what they're expecting. Right? Unless I can tilt this one because it goes forward. No, because it goes so far down the rev, it won't stop working. What? What in the world do you want from me? So let's try this stupid method. Yeah, this is definitely lower. I feel like trying to do it off the edge was tilt a little bit would just be too much. Yeah, they did, didn't they? And it's a puzzle where it just doesn't feel like it's doable. Again, if the level was designed around it, which they weren't going to do because they're trying to be accurate to the original, or if you had something else in your moveset, like the Death Tornado Spin in Crash 3, which they're not going to do, there'd be some solution, it would make sense. But, like, this doesn't make sense. Let's try from here. Maybe this platform in front of me is technically a little closer. Because if I try to aim for this platform over here, that's further. That's further than just going straight ahead. So it's not expecting that for sure. Better height. Yeah, that's even worse. No, I don't think you unlock anything later. I'm pretty sure this is all you get. I haven't unlocked any abilities so far. What was this thing we've had to unlocking a new abilities when they changed the gameplay for the skate levels? But that's just a level gimmick. That's not an actual proper new ability that Pac-Man has. So, like, what the hell? What? I landed, but I bounced a little bit with my landing animation and fell off the platform. Oh my god. Game, now you're just making fun of me. Now you're just making fun of me. He's so good with platforms. We're gonna make sure he lands on the platform and then just doesn't. Game, I'm actually starting to think that Pac-Man World 2 Re-Pac hates me. Cause like, what? What do you want from me? This is 4-1 into the volcano. Like I said, we've made so little progress. This is the first level of the fourth world. We are not getting done with the volcano world in this stream. Not unless I want to go on for 3 hours. It's been over an hour! We've been on this level for over an hour. And like, about half of it has been trying to figure out this. We don't even know if restarting from a checkpoint would be okay. And if it's not, and we have to string the whole thing together in one go, then we just fail here, and then it's like, what do we do? And then we have to play the whole level again, which is probably gonna take like 4 minutes. Assuming it's a perfect run. What do you want from me, game? This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. The gap is just too far. I'm not. I could be just blind. Am I missing something? Is there another platform nearby? Is there a switch I missed? Is there a Pac-Dot trail I can activate? I don't see anything. I don't see anything. So I have to just be able to cross this gap, but I don't think I can. And again, once I do it once to get from here to either of these platforms, then I have to get to that one. Which again is just kind of the same thing again. So what the heck does it want from me? What the hell am I missing? This is right at the end of the stage too, so if I fail this, and if I have to do it all in one go, and restarting from checkpoint doesn't fix it, it doesn't reset that flag, then what do I do? I have to do the whole stage again because I can't figure out this mess? This is the kind of thing where I think, like, what the hell? there's nothing else around I can use. And Pac-Man, I don't think, learns any new moves. And even if he did, there's no guarantee those moves would really help. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna test to see if me fluttering, and here's the thing, the flutter stops me from falling, but it resets my forward momentum. I'm wondering if maybe the flutter is actually messing me up. It's on the very edge. Nope, the flutter is actually beneficial. It actually gets me more across. But not enough. Am I fluttering at the wrong time? Because I had to kind of mess with the flutter timing a little bit to actually get across the first jump. But this jumps further. So... I don't know. You lose most of your forward momentum when you flutter. It's meant to be a little bit of an air stall in case something's on the platform or something. What? What do you mean this doesn't count? What the fuck do you mean this edge doesn't count? What? Are you kidding me? I can go across this fine, but what about the first one? The rules are inconsistent. What the fuck? Well, if this is apparently okay for some reason, despite the fact that it's still a fucking edge, then we'll just do this. And we'll see if the checkpoint resetting actually fixes this. Now, we're at the end. It's the very end of the level. What the fuck? There's no way in hell, dude. There's no way in hell! What the fuck?! So good news, restarting from checkpoint does reset the flag. So it might just be beneficial to go ahead and just kill all the enemies and then reset the checkpoint and be fine. Which is stupid. But also, that's still hanging off the edge at the end! You know, a good game that has a mission system like this would clarify which ones don't count! This is so stupid! Like, honestly, that alone's probably bringing the game a letter grade down for me. Like a full letter grade for this. Because, like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense! Let's get a time trial medal. God damn. We have been here for almost an hour and 20 minutes. And you're telling me... I don't understand. Oh my god, I am a mess right now. You know what? I'm so tempted just to leave this and then just come back later. We'll get the last challenge later, but like at the same time, dude, like. That is just downright bad. You did such a poor job explaining the actual challenge. Like, that is just straight up. That is straight up that one Roblox video where it's like, clearing this obstacle course without touching the color yellow. This one counts. This one doesn't count because I say so. This one doesn't count because it's a checkpoint. This one doesn't count because who cares? Come on. It feels like that. Except 100% serious, not rage bait, not a meme. Just, this one, this edge doesn't count because who cares? This edge doesn't count because it's the checkpoint. Like, it feels like that. Which is terrible! Because, it's like, restarting the top try anyway. Why is this? Why is this Pac-Man currently hanging off an edge? Why is that different than, say, well, I can't actually. So why was that ledge okay? But this isn't. This controls the exact same way. I am hanging off an edge, I'm able to move around. But this counts as being on an edge. And that one down there, presumably, if it matches the one at the end, doesn't. Like, if it's a thing where it's like, clear the stage while only grabbing an edge once or twice, like there, you communicate that I only have a certain number of ledge grabs I can do, and then I have to figure out where I should be doing that. Which would be here, reasonably, and the one at the end. But you specifically say, never! Don't touch an edge at all. That is terrible mission design. I am unironically super pissed about this. Like, I don't think I'm as mad about it as, like, Master King Coco. I still bring that up constantly. It's one of the worst gaming experiences I've ever had. I still think this is not as bad. But both suffer, well, Master King Coco suffers from, like, a whole shit ton of issues, but poor communication is a common thread between both. It's pretty much the only problem with this challenge here, I'll admit. It's just poor communication on the game's part. So really, it's maybe close to the actual supreme fight at the end, where it's just like, okay, what do I do? You're not properly explaining things, you know? This is the kind of stuff that happens when you're doing 100% playthroughs. You find stuff like this where most people will just casually play the game and they don't care. They don't give a shit. Because like, oh, we're just trying to get to the end. And then we're just good. And we're just good. We had fun. It was a good game. But when you go for everything, all the cracks start to show. Because they clearly expect you to do this. Because why would it be in the game otherwise? I tend to judge games on 100% because they expect you to 100% it. Like, they don't expect every player to 100% the game. Some people are satisfied just beating the game and moving on. I have plenty of games where I'm like that. Monkey Ball. But then, there's still 100% stuff, right? And they have to be doable because you put them in the game as a challenge, you do the thing, and it marks towards your completion, you get a bonus at the end maybe. That sort of thing, right? So they expect someone to be able to do this. There is content locked behind this. In this case, an outfit for Pac-Man. It's a cosmetic, doesn't really change anything, but it's still something. You still get something for doing this. Meaning that you need, in order to actually get everything in the game, you have to do this, right? If your challenge is worded so poorly that anyone properly thinking about how the challenge would work sees it as impossible, and you are locking away content behind it, even if it's nothing more than cosmetic, that is a problem. It's even worse if that kind of thing is preventing you from actually beating the game. But it's still a problem nonetheless. I understand it's apparently just straight up mistranslated? You're telling me the entire problem was that the localization team did a shit job translating the actual challenge? Oh my fucking god. And I thought all the drama I see on Twitter with people complaining about localization, changing the script, being like, oh, they changed the script so that they put in all this freaking Zoomer humor, and they can't mention Christmas. It has to be Happy Holidays, even when the characters actively say Merry Christmas in the voice lines, like that sort of thing. And that is freaking stupid. That kind of stuff is really stupid. I'd prefer the translation to be accurate as best as it possibly can, and not inject it with modern day garbage, you know? It takes you out of the experience. I understand. From what I understand, the infamous line in the Sonic Generations port, where Sonic mentions the time stones, not a thing in the Japanese version. And that's an inconsistency, you know? I don't know how much of that was because of Ian Flynn, how much it was because of Sega, because it's not consistent between the two dubs. But it kind of feels like that. But that's mostly just cutscene stuff. You can largely ignore that, right? As stupid as it is. This actively messes with gameplay. This actively fucks with gameplay! Like, a translation error this bad to the point where it confuses the player, like, that would be something I'd understand. Like, it'd be understandable back in, like, the 80s, right? Back when video games were still fairly new and, you know, not taken that seriously as entertainment or an art form or whatever, and you get all these weird translations like I am error, you know? We look back on this as being funny. Because it was back in the past, old, we supposedly have advanced past this! But nope! Do not idle on ledges is entirely different than never hang off an edge. I'm allowed to grab on the edges as long as I keep moving. Which isn't even necessarily true, because I definitely stopped on that last edge, right? Because I was waiting for the freaking, what's like a guy? It's not really a geyser. Like the freaking, like, the steam. I was waiting for the steam to go away. I definitely stopped moving. That's also not even the correct thing there. I don't know. I don't know what they want. Poor communication, poor translation, and now I'm questioning everything. It's like, guys, come on. What are you doing? I'm still pissed by this, dude. Either it's literally a don't die challenge? Well, then it's just wrong in both versions then, because, like, they would just say, clear the stage without losing a life. You know, like they do in the bosses! And the fact that that there's no clear answers and no one knows what the fuck they even mean just adds to the point of this being a big problem. God! I am getting mad over an optional challenge in a video game. I think I understand why I get so angry a lot of the time when it comes to playing games. Because a lot of times it feels like when I get angry at a video game, it's because I feel like my failures are not my fault. This is a prime example of it not being my fault. Because how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know? And the fact that nobody can come to a consensus of what the hell they're talking about. I just... The whole level's just gonna be... The whole stream's gonna be this freaking level. Just because I am so pissed. I am so pissed, dude. You know what? We'll give one full attempt, no matter what happens in this time trial. No matter what. No matter how many deaths we go through. No matter how long it takes to get through. We'll just do it. If we fail to get bronze, so be it. We're going to a new level after this regardless. I don't care anymore. My god, dude. Like, that is so bullshit. Like, the game was... You know what's crazy? The game has already had problems communicating this sort of thing. Back at the beginning of the snow level, they tell you about the rev roll rams. Their whole thing is that they charge at you with rev rolls of their own, and they basically home in on you, and they're super quick, but you can take them out when they miss you, and you do a butt bounce on them, because they have weak undersides. And they tell you specifically they're invulnerable otherwise. They are invulnerable to attacks. You know what? We're still early in the time trial. You know what? You know what? We're early in the time trial. We're heading out. I am showing you the cutscene. I am showing you the cutscene right now. I am diverting attention to this because, my god. Now I know it's not just a one-off thing, it's a constant problem. What the hell? It's like, so here's the cutscene. Plays every time you're on the stage, you can skip it.
Wait, isn't that... It is! Hey, Pac Ranger, long time no see!
If it isn't Pac-Man, you came at the perfect time.
I have to actually wait for the cutscene to play out to prove my point here.
Things around here have really changed since Spooky's awakening. It's been a downright disaster.
It'd be easier if it wasn't like a playable cutscene like this. It was like text boxes.
The Rev Roll Ram is on a rampage.
Okay.
I'm at my wit's end.
Just pay attention to this a little bit.
You could go lay down the law on those troublemakers?
You got it, boss. Just leave everything to me.
Oh, just one last thing before
right
you
here.
take off. The Rev Roll Ram's horns are real sturdy and immune to your attacks. The trick is to give it a good butt bounce while it's tipped over.
Thanks for the tip, Pac Ranger.
Immune to your attacks. So I thought I just had to avoid them. And there is some truth to that. If I avoid them, they miss, they flip over. Watch this. Hey, buddy. They miss. I say they miss and I don't crash into a damn house. But they miss, they crash into something, they're vulnerable. Butt bounce, they're dead. Simple, right? However, their face is also vulnerable. You can just kick them and knock them over. The game never tells you this. I thought it was just a little quirk with that enemy and maybe kicking them and knocking them over that way, which would be a cute little secret. Right? Apparently, it's just a translation issue across the whole damn game! I thought it was just a one-off, and it was just like a cute little secret. Like, oh, you could secretly just take them out, because like, okay, maybe the Pac Ranger doesn't know. And like, his way is also a correct way of dealing with it. Avoid it, it falls over, you butt bounce it. And if you try to hit it in the back or on top of it, you know, you're not gonna do damage to it. It's just gonna go dink and nothing happens. But nope. It's just another case of poor communication by the game, probably as a result of script writing failures. Some of it might be down to localization, some of it might just be down to them not knowing how the fuck to communicate this shit. And remember, this remake is also catering towards the journalists. They actively tell you, hey, stupid, you can hit the thing now, right? And yet, they still poorly communicate. They spell so much shit out for you, and it's not enough because they spell the wrong shit out. Like, I can understand. Like, okay, I understand. It's upside down, it can't move, it's undersized weak, I can butt bounce it now, it's done. What you didn't tell me, because you actively lied to me, is that I can knock them over myself using a kick. And now it has made its way into a fucking mission where there's no difference between an edge in this room and an edge over there. You are still on an edge. If I can give a proper explanation of what my face looks like right now, you know the face Kermit the Frog makes when his face all gets all scrunched together from sheer annoyance? That's me right now. That's me taking in all of this. I am fed up, dude. What's the stupid time trial? Hopefully at least get bronze and then just don't look back. Honestly, you know what? I think that whole thing right there just sealed the deal for me. I was considering not getting the golds for the time trials on stream because I felt like they'd be too tedious. Given what I just went through, I think that might actually be the case. So I think I'm just gonna do enough. I'm gonna do well enough on the time trials to get the missions done. Assuming there's not one about getting all golds. And then we'll just be done with it. I don't know if getting all gold medals gives you something. It might. I don't know. But the game so far has told me I only need bronze. And not even on every level. Some levels don't even have the time trial requirement. The first boss didn't. The first level didn't. You know? It's not a consistent challenge across the whole game. So maybe there isn't even a reward for getting all the golds. Maybe it'd be an achievement on other consoles, but hey, I'm playing on a Nintendo console. Nintendo don't do that! It's like, I don't know. And even then, it wouldn't even be worth it for an achievement. I wouldn't actively grind down an achievement like that on stream. No way, dude. It gets to a point. It gets to a point, and we have crossed that point. This game has major communication problems. Guaranteed. Whether it's caused by the friggin' translating team, or it's just a problem with the game itself. No one caught any of this. I'm already dealing with the shortcomings of them not really properly taking some things into account with the level design, and the fact that the camera's a bit of a mess. I can appreciate stuff like the environmental storytelling, like in Pac Village, where as you get more of the golden fruit, it actually restores more of the town. That's cool. That's cute. They did pay some attention to detail when making this game. Not enough, clearly. I don't think I've been this angry about a minute challenge thing that's super optional since that one Chow in Seaside Hill Act 2 in Sonic Generation. I think I haven't been that angry in that long. That was about a year ago, right? About a year ago. Maybe a little longer than that by now. that's why I get so mad when I do Legends Comp stuff in Crossworlds. Because a lot of the problem, a lot of how punishing it is, it doesn't feel like it's my fault. And when my failures feel out of my control, I get pissed. Because what the fuck was I supposed to do? I especially get pissed when I feel lied to. But you know, the game did. The game actively lied to me. You didn't do it! You lied to me! Someone's like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell, dude? I am glad that restarting on the checkpoint works, because look at this. I've had a death here, right? I believe in this run. 4 minutes to get back here. 4 minutes to get back to this part that gave me such indescribable anguish, as Cat Icarus would put it. Pure and indescribable anguish list. My god, dude. This whole thing has been miserable. Whole thing, this whole experience, man. Like, well, okay. Don't die from falling off an edge. So the whole challenge was effectively, when ledge grabbing, don't get hit. Because when Pac-Man gets hit on the edge, he falls because he lets go. That's the actual challenge. Are you fucking kidding me? I love it when a game lies to me and it's almost entirely the localizer's fault. And even then, no one can figure out what they even trying to talk about. What do you mean? No one has any fucking idea what's going on anymore. Okay, now I'm gonna show a little bit of mercy here. That's where the challenge comes in. That's what they mean. Okay. See, that makes sense. But okay, like, I don't want to be super harsh. I'm not going to be out here saying fire the entire localization team, but I think that needed another pass through. Honestly, a lot of stuff I've complained about with this game, I feel like would have been ironed out if they would have taken some extra QA time. You know? I've compared it to it before, and it's very reasonable. I'm comparing this to Sonic. Because the same problems are here. Where it feels like they need a little bit more time to iron out everything. I dare say it was rushed. Which is kind of weird because they didn't need to rush this. What deadline really was there, right? I don't know. I got the bronze. We're done. I got my Explorer outfit. One of them. That took almost the entirety of the stream. You know what? You know what? I don't want to do any more of the main game right now. There's something else I want to actually do now. There's something I've been putting off because we just happen to be at the end of stream whenever we get to this point. So, anytime you get a Galaxian in a level, it unlocks a maze. In the original game, it would interrupt the level and just take in the maze outright. In this game, you just get the Galaxian and then you come back here to do the mazes. A lot more convenient, right? So I still have to do the 2 other worlds, and then there's the one we just unlocked, which I'll probably hold off for anyway. To the entire challenge, me showing it off, when the Puka knocked me off of the edge. was me failing the challenge. Not anything else. Not me grabbing an edge from a narrowly missed jump. Not me... This game's also been patched, dude. They could have fixed that in a patch, and they just haven't. They're... You know what? I don't even want to say all the QA teams should be fired. I don't even think it's entirely their fault either. This game just needed more time. And it's not like it had a freaking deadline. They could have waited 6 months extra to announce it. You know? Like, this was probably in development at least around the same time as the first one was coming out, right? As the first Re-Pac was coming out. But like, they did a whole survey, and we were like, hey, we want Pac-Man World 2 Re-Pac, but no one said they actually had to go and confirm it until they were close to being done with it. You know? And that should mean actually, you know, fixing a lot of this stuff. Mistakes in the mission list. Collision screw-ups, I feel like the control issues I've had a few times, where it just feels wrong. And again, we live in an age where you can patch games. They could have addressed some of this. But they didn't. They only patched the game to add the Sonic DLC. Which, funnily enough, feels right on brand for Sonic. So, you know, I guess the collab makes a lot more sense in retrospect, huh? I forgot I could rub roll on this. Good thing I looked down the bottom right. It's almost like I was playing with like an actual Pac-Man maze or something. I could have gotten away from blinking easily, but I didn't. I was an idiot. It's on me. I'm just a fool. Well. I am struggling, dude. I'm just not in the right mindset anymore. The game just completely ruined it for me. Oh my god. Let's try this again. Alright. This... Again, this wouldn't even be a problem for casual players. It's a problem in the game. But, like, that in and of itself just goes to show how poorly communicated this was. How much do you want to bet that there were people who were just playing the game casually? They weren't actively going for the missions or anything. They were just trying to finish the level, and they get that challenge because they took out the enemies properly and they didn't get knocked off an edge. And they get that, and they know that they hung off an edge, and they're like, wait a minute, huh? So, like... Isn't that a little bit of a problem when you can accidentally complete a challenge because you didn't understand the rules, they were not clear, and you just happened to do it? Yeah, that was surely an experience. It's like, okay. You know, like, when I look at the mission log and I see never hang off an edge, I'm thinking, like, okay, they actually mean for you to not actually grab on anything, right? And surely it's possible. My first thought immediately comes to the missions in Sonic Frontiers, Final Horizon Cyberspace. There's all these extra things you have to do, like finding all the animals and whatnot. And as stupid as some of those animals were placed, it's at least doable. You understand the rules, right? This was a complete... What we have here is a failure to communicate. That is the problem. Like, for as bullshit as some of the stuff was in Sonic Frontiers challenges, at least I could make sense of what they were wanting. Like, beat the level under a certain time. Find all the animals hidden in the stage. Right? It's not perfect. Sonic Generation Seaside Hill X2 Chal 3. So, like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm a mess. I'm an absolute mess right now. I'm not even properly paying attention to the damn game anymore, and okay. The mazes have now ramped up in difficulty in their own right.
Mega Pac-Man!
It's the second world, by the way. The second world mazes are already giving us trouble. Holy shit. Like, I will never say I'm good at maze Pac-Man stuff. Like, I don't think you were there for the first stream, but I played classic Pac-Man at the end of that for about 20 minutes, I think. And, I was lucky to get through up to stage 5. Most of the time I gamed over around stage 3. So I'm definitely not good at traditional Pac-Man by any stretch, but...
Yummy!
My god.
Alright!
Okay. Okay. Let's just... I can't even say that level was the worst level in the game, because as a level, I think some of the stuff in World 2 is definitely worse. There are worse levels. Worst mission set, I'll give it. But not the worst level. Whether or not you see it as an actual improvement, that's up to you. This stream was a miserable experience for everyone. Again, I reference Sonic Frontiers Master King Coco. I think everyone got frustrated by that one. Maybe you found my failures funny, I don't know, but I sure wasn't having a good time with that. And remember, that was before they nerfed it. They made that easier. Sega does what Bandai Namco don't. I didn't even see picking. I was looking at the dots on the right. That's on me. Grab them now. Whee!
Mega Pac-Man!
Okay. Well, it's all of World 2's mazes done.
Alright!
Man, I cannot put into words how frustrated I am right now, this whole thing. The funny thing is, if it was properly translated, I would have gotten it on my first go, I think. I would have gotten it on my first go. That's the problem. The challenge itself isn't that bad, but I just didn't understand what it wanted because it told me wrong. And as someone on the spectrum, that kind of thing hurts even more than it would for anybody else.
Mega Pac-Man!
You tell me to do something, I do the thing, basically exactly like you want me to. Either I can't succeed because you expect too much, or you just failed to communicate properly, and then you get mad at me! You get mad at me for fucking it up when you actively told me wrong! Come on! Surely you understand too, Vix. It's not just me. But like, my god. It just hurts even more for me, where I need to understand, like, proper expectations. What do you actually expect? And if you communicate that poorly and then you take it out on me as if it's my fault, then of course I'm gonna get mad. Surely you understand. That was close. I almost got caught like 3 times. I don't want this to turn out like Monkey Ball. I really don't. Where it's like, I want to like this, but I actively can't because Monkey Ball I feel like is worse. Though. That one is... The whole problem with that game, in my eyes, is the fact that I feel like I'm not in control. Which I understand is kind of the point. You're controlling the stage, not the monkey. It's one of those like ball tilting puzzles. You're trying to get the ball in the hole. It's one of those things. I get it. I understand. But like, you're also wanting me to collect everything in this stage, and the physics engine's making the monkeys bounce around like crazy. What? And then there's just some items that are floating over bottomless pits and I'm supposed to be able to fling myself over, but the game never properly explains that. I'm about to get cornered. So I found myself not enjoying Monkey Ball. And everyone, when they bring up Monkey Ball, they act like it's some amazing thing because they grew up playing it on GameCube. And maybe it's better on GameCube, I don't know. I'm pretty sure GameCube is more of an arcadey thing. They don't expect you to grab all the bananas. Like, even without that in mind, just getting to the end of some of those stages in a minute. You only have a minute for some of those stages. They could be kind of long. And again, I feel like I'm not in control. And I can't take my time or anything because the game has a strict time limit. And then there was that one stage. Remember that one stage where the whole gimmick was that I had to roll into the stone slab and push it around? Guess what the game didn't explain to me? My frustration in 4-1 with that challenge is a very similar kind of frustration to when I played Monkey Ball. Just a failure to properly communicate the expectations. Or the expectations given were not feasible. You know? You understand. The only difference is, in Pac-Man's case, it can be fixed with a patch. All you do is change a line of text, and then that's fixed. You can't really fix the freaking Rev-Roll RAM thing, but that can just be seen as like an extra quick way to take it out if you're paying attention, you know? That could be seen as like a little secret way they don't tell you about. Like, if you try it, there you go, and then you just do that for everyone. That I feel is different than the game telling you to do a thing, and then the thing either being impossible, or not being the thing you're meant to do, or in this case, both. You know? And that's when it really hurts, you know? They could have fixed... My whole problem with that mission would have been fixed if they would have fixed that one line of text in the patch. And they've patched this game before. They could have done it. And they just didn't. They just didn't patch that because I guess they didn't think it was too worth it. Because who's gonna 100% this game, am I right? They're gonna be thinking about the people who played the original game and got super frustrated with that one and how harsh it was 100% that. They're not gonna 100% this one. Totally not. Even after we made it easier because you didn't have to collect literally everything in one go. The tokens don't matter for completion unless you're trying to farm them for getting all the gachapons. I don't know. I missed a dot somewhere. I can't rev-roll on the ice. I forgot. Oh. There was a Pac dot on a geyser. I could barely see that. Okay. Okay, that one might have been a skill issue on my part, because, you know, the Pac-Man maze, most of the maze is lined with dots. You're meant to go pretty much everywhere in the level, so that one might just be on me, but okay. You know what, while we're here, we might as well do the first volcano maze. We unlocked it, like, an hour and a half ago. We might as well do it. We might as well. I'm pretty sure I said I wouldn't, but screw it, we're here. At least it'll feel like I've made some progress today, right? 1 level and 7 mazes. That surely counts for something, right? Oh my god. Now imagine how a Pac-Man World 3 would... Uh-oh! 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 Okay, that was pretty funny though. Just like going through a warp, and my pack power runs out right as I'm right in front of it. I was like, oh shit. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go. I just run the fuck away in the other direction. See, now I'm having fun with the game again. See, now it's a good time. It's such a different feeling now, you know? Look at that. There you go, that was fun. And the friggin' dichotomy? I don't know, but the 2 separate views. On one hand, you have just really fun overall Pac-Man gameplay, and on the other, the game actively lies to you. And it causes you to go on a rant for a solid half hour. I'm sorry if the stream turned out utterly miserable, but, you know, at least something good came from it, I guess. Have we done some of the forest one yet? No. Okay. Let's go ahead and spend our tokens on this, and then we'll call it. My God, this was a mess. This was an absolute disaster. Okay. I'm gonna hope the last 2 levels of the volcano aren't lying to me. And maybe we could have the best world in the game at this point. I don't know. Because the first world's definitely better than the 2 following. Because the second world had some weird level design issues. And the third one, just the physics sometimes kind of broke. You know. maybe things will get better from here. You know what? I'm gonna go check. We're gonna leave Pac Village. I'm gonna go check. What are the missions they have in mind for the next level? Let's go check, why don't we? So 4-2. Okay. Basic. Get all the fruits. Kill all the enemies. Play time trial somewhat okay. There you go. It's simple enough. I can figure that out. Let's go ahead and just save our game. Oh my god, look at this. This is another reason why I like having 2 save files. You can look at my life difference here. I had 46 lives when I started stream. I'm at 29 now. I overall lost 17 on 1 level. That should show how much of a problem that was. That should show how terrible that went, dude. My god. Okay. That's it, though. Next time, I guess we'll finish the volcano, do the mazes there, and I guess we can do the time trials on the bosses I haven't done yet. Unlock the last 2 arcade games. That seems like a good idea, right? This game, man. On the one hand, it's a fine experience, and I find myself enjoying it, and then this happens. I want to note that apparently there's probably a similarly mistranslated mission in a later level. It happens again?! What the fuck do you mean it happens again? Don't fall off a slope or something. Oh god, that's probably gonna be that one roller skating level in the spooky world. Oh god. Well, remind me when I get to that point. That's probably gonna be another week or so from now. Probably a little longer, but like late week after next. Just remind me, okay? Just so I don't go through whatever the hell happened here again, okay? This can all be avoided with a patch, you know, Namco. Come on. Just fix the test a little bit. I'm not gonna ask you to call in the voice actors that fix the thing with the Revroll Rams, but at least fix the text for the missions. No. It means don't die during a segment when you're rolling down a hill. So, when going downhill, don't fall off. Okay, that one I feel like makes a bit more sense because a downhill section would be a slope. Don't fall off the slope. That one I can actually kind of get. That one I can kind of get. I won't fault them too much for that one. This one's inexcusable, though. This one by far is inexcusable because it's actively the incorrect challenge. Whatever. Well, since we apparently seemingly got the worst mission in the game on the basis of it not being the correct friggin' task, I guess. I suppose we'll come back next week and hopefully the game is better. I don't want to think of this as being worse than a Sonic game because that feels wrong. And I think that Pac-Man doesn't deserve that. Sonic's problem is that it consistently has a lot of issues. Pac-Man, I can't even say that. And not to mention Pac-Man's been around longer. You should know this kind of stuff isn't part of his reputation. Okay. I'm talking as if Pac-Man's alive and actually a real person. He's real to me, damn it! So okay. Don't die in the end segment. It's probably like a big downhill segment. Don't fall off. So pretty much kind of what they wanted from here, where I got hit by an enemy right at the end. Kind of that. Suppose the level doesn't go on for a full 4 minutes prior, and at least it makes a little bit of sense, right? Okay. I'll give them that one, barely. Well, if they ever do a Pac-Man World 3, because they're probably not coming back to fix this, unfortunately. If they do a Pac-Man World Re-Pac 3, I hope that doesn't happen again. Now, granted, Re-Pac 3 would be a vastly different game than this, because that one's like Sonic Boom. It is a platforming game that's more of a brawler. So it's not like the first 2 games, where it's primarily an action platformer. There is a lot more combat elements to 3. So, you know, whether... And that was a big problem with people when that game came out, is the fact that it wasn't like the first 2, really. if they do a Pac-Man World 3, I don't know if they try to remake it so it's more like the first two, or if they'll try to keep it fairly consistent with the original, just, you know, modifying the script to effectively erase Miss Pac-Man from existence and fix the infamous Blinky and Clyde mix-up, which they also did in this game. I will appreciate that. I don't know how they got those two confused for so long. No. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. We're not here talking about a possible sequel. We're here talking about this game, its shortcomings. I shouldn't even be doing that. The stream should be ending. We're done. I'll see you next week for the rest of Volcano and the rest of those mazes there. A little bit of time trial cleanup, I suppose. And I'm hoping to God that... I mentioned before that if there's not a mission tied behind getting all of the gold medals, that I wouldn't do it on stream. Why do I get the sinking feeling that there is one? Like, I want to hope it's like Crash 3, where it's like, you only need golds, which would be effectively silvers in this game. You only need gold, in order to get the 105% reward. You can get platinums if you want, but that's bragging rights. I'm hoping I don't need to do all of the, I guess, gold/platinums. I hope I don't have to do all that for a reward. I hope there's something behind that. Knowing me, I wouldn't be surprised if there is, like, there's a gold Pac-Man skin you get for getting all the gold time trials. And here's the part where Vic shows up after checking, which is a few dots being like, you called it. And then I go off and scream, and I leave stream feeling super bitter, and I tried to go back to the golds in the first world. I got the first two, and then I just stopped. I got the gold in the first level of World 3 because that one was surprisingly easy. And then there's stuff like this one. The global time is sub-minute. The gold time is a minute 40. I died twice and barely got bronze. Welcome to hell. Oh god. Well, that's a problem for future me to deal with, if ever. I hopefully don't have to deal with it. Because frankly, I don't want to. This has been a whack stream. Yeah! One freaking level has caused me insurmountable anguish. Because, like, they're not gonna fix this. And clearly they didn't care during testing. You'd think someone would have caught that! Okay. I was joking, Vix. I was joking. I was bringing up some of the past times. Where I mentioned, like, they're not expecting this, are they? Or they're totally locking them behind this, aren't they? And then you, doing research, find out that I guessed it 100% right, and then I laugh about it, or I scream, and there's some big reaction to it because I called it, whether or not it's good or bad for me. It was a bit of a common thread, let's say. It was a bit of a common thing. I won't stop you if you are, and honestly, I think you are a little bit behind given you just posted that, but that's fine, the stream's about over anyway, who cares? You looked up how to do the mission in 4-1. I think that's enough for this stream. We both suffered enough. Oh my god. Now I kind of want to see other people's reaction to that mission. Just like, my god. Other people had to have gotten like, utterly just flabbergasted by that, right? That was miserable. That was miserable. I'm looking back at it and I'm laughing, but like, in the moment, like literally half an hour ago, I was I'm so mad. There's a good game in here, I swear. It's just buried under all of this. Okay. We're done. We're done. Ah, fuck! I called it! All golds give 100%. Whether or not there's a reward behind it, I don't know, but it is part of the percentage. Fuck. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna hope there's no golden Pac-Man skin behind it. Because that feels like something this game would do. I know, hang on, I know there's a mission reward.
Let's go.
I want to say there's a bulletin board right outside of the main village. Where it's like, if you clear every mission, you unlock some music. I'm double checking this. That's why I'm at least going for the missions. I at least know there's something behind it. Let's see. That's where I was. Alright. Didn't mean to rev roll to my dog. Sorry. Where is that sign? Here it is. Oh, hold on. Yes. Oh, it also updates. Well, I can check here. There we go. Collect all fruits. So that's pretty much like mostly just beat all the missions on the way. Just collect all the things and you get music. That's fair, right? I'm not seeing anything right now for true 100% completion, but I haven't beaten the game yet, so we'll see. Hopefully not. Have the golden fruits. Okay. I was hoping you'd be like, did you know that we lied to you about this one mission? You actually just don't need to. As long as you don't take it, you'll be fine. Pac-Man is now rapidly approaching your location. Okay. I've calmed down now. And you know what? Now that stream's done, I'm gonna take this game card out, I'm gonna put Crossroads back in, and I'm gonna play the Mega Man Festival. And I'm gonna have a good time. It's been fun so far. I wish there's a little bit more representation in that game besides Mega Man 2, but there's a little bit of it. The original Wily Machine, you have Mega Man and Proto Man doing poses from like 9 and 10. One of the decals you get in the festival is literally artwork from Mega Man 11, which is cool. They brought back the fucking Rush car from Battle and Chase. Of all things, they never reference the side material. I just wish it was a little bit more balanced. I wish it was a little bit more balanced. Like, you're missing out on, like, pretty much everything from 3 to 8. Honestly, you're missing almost everything from 3 to 8. Like, come on, you couldn't have at least given us, like, an extreme gear that's Rush Jet? Come on. But it's been fun so far, so I'm gonna go have fun with a, honestly, kind of equally jank game. But hey, Crossroads is still getting active support, so I feel like some of this stuff's gonna get ironed out. So, you know, there's a little bit of hope there. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm ending stream now. Goodbye. Man. What a mess.